All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about something that, honestly, can make or break a project, a team, and maybe even a career. We're talking about the essence of clean code. It's really the difference between software that's built to last and software that's built to fall apart.
Okay, so let me ask you something, and I'm willing to bet we've all been here. You open up a project, maybe it's old code you inherited, or, let's be honest, maybe it's your own code from like 6 months ago, and the first thing that pops into your head is, yep, that one. What on earth is this? That feeling, right? That sinking feeling of confusion where you're just staring at the screen, trying to decode something that shouldn't be a secret message. It's a universal developer pain.
So we've all waded through that messy code. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. This isn't some rite of passage you have to go through. There's actually a professional standard, a whole philosophy designed to stop this exact kind of chaos before it even starts.
And that right there is why we're talking about this. That feeling of being totally lost in a project, the solution, the antidote to that what on earth is this moment, is this powerful yet simple idea: writing clean code.
Okay, so clean code. It's a term we hear all the time, but what does it actually mean? Because it's about so much more than just code that runs without errors. It's really about code that's built for people.
You know, when you boil it all down, clean code is just code that's easy to read, easy to understand, and easy to maintain. And not just for your teammates, which is super important, but also for you. Think about it. It's for your future self, the one who's going to have to look at this code in a year and figure out what's going on.
And this right here, this quote gets to the very heart of the entire philosophy. We tend to think we write code for the computer, but that's not the whole story. The truth is, code is read way more often than it's written. So who are we really writing for? We're writing for other humans. We should be optimizing for the person who has to read it next.
All right, so what does that look like in the real world? What are the key characteristics? Well, it's got to be readable, obviously, and simple. You shouldn't need a PhD to figure out what a function does. It has to be consistent and well-structured, so it's predictable, It feels organized. But maybe the biggest goal of all is for it to be self-documenting. The code itself should tell you its story without needing a bunch of comments to explain it.
Okay, talking about it is one thing, but seeing it is another. Let's look at a super simple but really clear example to see just how big of a difference this makes.
I mean, look at this. It's night and day, right? On the left, you have def C, A, B. What's C? What are A and B? Who knows? It's a total mystery. But on the right, def calculate underscore triangle underscore area base height. Boom. You instantly know exactly what this function does, what it needs, and what it's for. No guesswork needed. That's the goal. Code that just explains itself.
And listen, this is not just about making your code look pretty. It's not just about, aesthetics. The discipline of writing clean code has this huge long-term payoff. It actually creates this amazing positive chain reaction that affects the entire life of a project.
Yeah, think of it like a ripple effect. It all starts when you take the time to write clean code. That's your solid foundation. Because of that, you immediately improve collaboration because your teammates can actually understand your work without having to ask a million questions. And that, in turn, simplifies maintenance. Fixing bugs or adding features becomes way, way easier. And the end result of all of this? You enable scalability. Your project can grow and evolve without collapsing under its own weight.
Okay, now I know what some of you might be thinking. It's the most common pushback you hear. I just don't have time for this. The perception is that writing clean code takes longer up front. And yeah, okay, maybe it takes an extra 30 seconds to think of a really good variable name, but the reality, the hidden truth, debugging messy, tangled, unreadable code costs an incredible amount of time, money, and let's be real, a lot of sanity in the long run. It's a classic case of pay me now or pay me way more later.
So, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? What's the main idea? It all comes down to building something that lasts.
You see, writing clean code isn't just about being neat. It's not some optional stylistic preference. It is a fundamental part of being a professional. It's a real investment you're making in the future of your project, your team, and even your own career.
Seriously, your future self is going to thank you for this. Your teammates are going to thank you for this. Every time you choose a clear, descriptive name over some cryptic abbreviation, every time you spend that extra 5 minutes to break down a complicated function, you're not wasting time. You're saving future you from hours and hours of headaches. So I'll leave you with one final question to think about. The next time you're ready to push your code, just pause and ask yourself, is this code just built to work for now, or is it truly built to last?